What is up, fellow YouTubers? It's your sexy goth bad boy, King Cobra JFS, coming back at you with another video. Speaking of coming back, you can see that the top of my head is starting to thicken and darken up, just like the sides. Although admittedly not as quickly, it's still thickening up. I mean, you can see it in the light. The evidence speaks for itself. That's most definitely what's up. I can get down with that. Now, I got a review on my Etsy. It was a 1-star review, and the buyer says, "Buyer beware. After hearing nothing but great things about these products, I have to say that I'm disappointed in hearing about the new changes being made to the new wands. I'm going to assume that the wand that I had received was handmade. However, I was told from a few high-ranking members in the magic scene that the new batch of wands were going to be machine sanded. If that is the case, then could these truly be called handmade? Like it says in the description, machines don't have hands like people do. If this is true, then hopefully this review inspired some change with the creator to go back to the way things were, because things were great." So they didn't give me a 1-star review because they were unsatisfied with the product. They gave me a 1-star review because they don't like the way I'm going with my business. So all I can do is read you my response. "Sorry to hear you're unhappy. To answer your question, yes, it is handmade because you have to use your human hands to hold the mini sander. The quality will be just as good. Thanks for considering Cobra Craft wands for your real wands at an affordable price." That's basically my response. And a lot of people have been asking, since you're making them with the mini sander, are you going to up the price? Nope, for these handheld wands are still going to be $24 a pop. I mean, these trolls will buy my wands and then try their hardest to leave a negative review. I mean, it's not like my powers have advanced so much that I'm sanding it with my mind. Like, that will be cool, don't get me wrong. But no, I actually literally have, I've even held the wand in one hand. Once I've got it roughly shaped, I'll stand it with the other mini sander in my other hand to kind of. So yes, they're still handmade. Even if you had a lathe, they would still be handmade because you have to use your hands to operate the machinery. And it's like the reviewer said, machines don't have hands. You're right, they don't. It takes a human hand to operate. So technically, yes, they're still handmade. I guess just some questions and concerns regarding Cobra Craft handmade wands over on Etsy. People are like, yeah, but if you could see the wand that I'm holding in my hand, I mean, you can see it, but you can't physically see it. The details on this are so nice, dude. This produced a much, much smoother product. Yeah. My pagan ancestors would have loved to have the technology I have today for making wands. And that's no bullshit, you know. But back then, they were persecuted for their beliefs, you know. Magic itself has been persecuted since the dawn of time. How many times have we heard that person's a witch, burn them at the stake? To now when you see these ads on YouTube like Magic the Gathering the Arena. Boy, being a witch hasn't been this fun since the witch trials. And you see some cartoon figure getting burned up at the stake and you're just like, oh, it's nothing new. And of course, you see people questioning the quality of my wands just because I now have a mini sander that I have to use my own hands to operate. Let the haters doubt, because my true fans will buy them, you know. They love watching my videos, and then they get a wand made by the same YouTuber they love watching, you know. There's nostalgia behind it. And outside of the YouTube videos, you have Harry Potter fans, you have Lord of the Rings fans, cosplayers, people who want to practice magic. You know, I have a nice wide-based audience for my business. And these trolls will figure it out eventually. They will, you know. When I'm on my YouTube channel, it's a different story. You know, I'll go off on a troll on my YouTube. But when I'm on Etsy, where I cannot delete the person's review, I only get one shot to leave a nice professional review. It just looks better on my Etsy if I'm professional, like I am with that response. Like, you know, and that's just the truth of it, YouTube. When you have your own business, sometimes you gotta kiss ass. Nobody likes it, but what do, you know? If you want your business to continue and people see the public response, they're like, you know what? This guy makes me want to buy one of his wands now. That response was so professional. I'll give a shout out to Brendan Thor Carlton, a friend of mine on Facebook. Yeah. I had to quit calling them pipe thoughts because my videos were getting demonetized or age restricted. I came up with a clever name for a series on YouTube in which I could smoke a pipe and just vent, you know. But YouTube's restricting it because of the word pipes in it, because they're frowning upon tobacco use in social media. And you see what happens when they crack down on tobacco use in social media? People start losing their YouTube privileges because, you know, if they were this caring about social media bullying, I bet you it would go away. Ouch, is that too far? Like, I go into my Etsy and buyers beware, you know. People are just going to read this and go, what? Okay, this is, wow. I got a batch of wands drying right now, and I'll be posting them to my Etsy soon. Just want to make sure they finish drying completely before I post them. And with my shipping being relocated to my apartment, it's going to go a lot smoother. I mean, you see these people leaving negative reviews, and the thing of it is, YouTube, is you cannot delete reviews off of Etsy. You can only leave a public response. And that public response is there forever, basically, unless you decide to delete it. And you cannot redo your public response. You can only type it one time. You know, so if you have a typo in there, you can't delete it and spell check it and repost it. It's a bit inconvenient, but I still like using Etsy because I can sell my wands to my awesome fans. You know, it makes them happy. It makes me some money, so everyone's happy in that regards. But anyways, tubes, thanks for watching this video. Just responding to some criticism about how my wands are being done. Catch y'all later.